Okay, so today we are going to take our notes on the steps of division. So we can kind of get ourselves back in remembering how we divide. So these are going to be the basic steps, and then we're going to add on to that when we start getting into our decimals. So go ahead and label this page Steps to Dividing. And this should sound similar to what you did last year in 4th grade. So we're going to kind of keep it right there first to just kind of jog our memories and help us to remember how to do it. We're going to create a T-chart. So when we create a T-chart, you're going to draw your line, and then you're making a T down the middle. And then we're going to write steps on the left and draw on the right so that we can see the words matching our picture. And then you can go ahead and do that across there. Okay, first, what I want you to do is I want you to rewrite the problem. Okay, so if my problem was over here, you'll see it a lot of times in the book. 134 divided by 2. Remember, this is our dividend. This is our divisor. I want you to rewrite it. So write your bracket. Our first number goes in here, so 134. And then your second number, your divisor, is going to go on the outside. So first number in the inside, second number on the outside. This is called, again, our dividend. So we need to know that academic language. And this number here is called the divisor. So when you hear me say those words, you know what I'm talking about. Okay? We are not, this is not, and I see this quite often, we do not write a division problem this way. So 134 divided by 2, this is a no-no. We do not write our division problems that way. So please remember that. If you start writing it that way, that is how we do multiplication or addition or subtraction. So that is going to be step 1. Rewrite the problem in the bracket if you need to. Step 2. Okay, now we need to solve. And there's lots of steps when we are solving our division problem. So yesterday we talked about, remember, we're going to write this. D, M, S, B, and R. So remember we talked about that. So D stands for to divide. That is our first step. M stands for multiply. That is our second step. S stands for subtract. That is the next one. B stands for bring down. And R stands for repeat. Okay? And then we come all the way back up to the top. Okay? Now we're actually going to solve this problem. So I'm going to rewrite it again. So it was the 134. So we're rewriting it again, remember? 134 divided by 2. So now our first thing is going to be to divide. So I'm going to say, can 2 go into 1, the first digit? It cannot. Can 2 go into 13? Yes, 2 can go into 13. So I have to think, how many groups can I count? We can count by 2s. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. I may not go over, so I have 6 fingers up. So that means it can go in 6 times. Remember, I may not go above it. So I'm going to put that 6 up at the top. So we divide 2 into 13. It can go 6 times. So there is our division. Now we are going to multiply. We multiply from the top to the divisor. So 6 times 2 is 12. And I put that right under the number I just worked with, which is the 13th. Now we're going to subtract. So I'm going to say, what is 13 minus 12? That is 1, right? Then we're going to bring down. We only bring down 1 digit at a time, and I like for them to draw an arrow. So I bring down my 14, or my 4, and make a 14. Now we're going to repeat. We're going to go all the way back to the top and divide again. And I start out here again with my divisor. And I have to think, how many times can 2 go into 14? And again, I'm going to count by 2s, and I can use my fingers to help me with the groups, right? So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. I'm holding 7 fingers up, so that means that 2 can go into 14 7 times. So there is my division. Now again, I'm going to multiply again. 7 times 2 is 14. So I multiplied. I subtract. 14 minus 14 is 0. And now I have nothing else to bring down. And I have nothing else down here at the bottom. So my answer is 67. And this is called our quotient. So answer to division problem is called quotient. So that is us doing our division. And now the last step is going to be to check our answer. So we're going to check our answer with multiplication. You're going to take your quotient or your answer and you're going to put it at the top. You're going to put a multiplication sign and you're going to multiply it times your divisor. So 67 times 2. 2 times 7 is 14. I put my 4, regroup my 1. 2 times 6 is 12, plus 1 is 13. 134. So I should look, if I get the same number back in this enter, then my answer checks and I am correct.